Let there be light.
Yeah, there is light.
Hey guys, welcome to the W-K Burnouts studio. I am Kristina.
And I'm Dustin.
And Alan behind the scenes. So today, Dustin is going to try and convince me that Christine is not the best car movie ever.
Well, I mean, if we're rating things by things that I have seen before and have watched more than once, it's not going to make much of a cut. It just kind of falls into that thing.
Well,
so it was a book. Isn't it a Stephen King book?
Yes.
Yeah. See, that's what I need to do is read the book.
That would be, yeah.
I like Stephen King. He's pretty.
I could only imagine how long it takes for you to read a book versus watching a movie.
Oh, much more time.
Yeah.
Could be days more. But yeah. I mean, still.
Well.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All right.
So today.
Today we're going to talk about car movies, not necessarily movies about cars that are alive.
Right.
Exclusively, but movies about cars, racing, car-related films, so to speak. Not TV shows, just movies.
Just movies. Just thought it'd be something fun.
Yeah. Because we had a lot of fun going over this and making this. We talked about it a bunch. We're like, hey, maybe people will want to listen to what we like with these movies because we like some pretty different stuff.
Yes.
So you already kind of let the cat out of the bag with Christine, but do you want to start, Kristina, with your
I sure will.
That you've got? Okay, go.
I will. So we kind of just came up with these on our own just to kind of, see what I thought was the best car movies and then what you thought were the best car movies. And my number one, obviously, is Christine. Just because when you think of a car, like when we talked about doing this car movie, the first thing that popped in my head was Christine and then Fast and Furious, obviously. Yeah, it doesn't matter what Fast and Furious.
Yeah, especially the first three, for sure.
See, I don't even know how many there are now. Like 8?
17. I don't know. There's a bunch. They're in outer space now, like robbing VCRs and DVD players from trucks in outer space now. Yeah. Space shuttle or something. It's crazy. They're all pretty good.
Yeah,
but they're car movies. So it's kind of, we don't get very many of them. You can kind of put car related or car focused movies in one category and it's like way less than other stuff. And there's a huge number of like B movies, which are like, I guess not usually very good, not high production value movies that are about cars, but some of them are really, really like, imagine Fast and the Furious knockoff movies. There's a bunch of those.
The Great Value brand.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, always save all the way. Yeah. But they're still fun. It's stuff about cars. There's cars in it. Yeah. So
the one that catches my mind.
The first.
Tokyo Drift.
Tokyo Drift. Yes.
Yes.
Tokyo Drift is a great, so many good things in that. Luda. Yeah.
Yes. It's not even really like the cars that stand out. I don't know. It's just the whole movie, but I can be in the other room, whatever. And if that movie comes on, the first beginning part of the little, the music, you automatically know that it's Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. Yep. Automatically. And they're suited all up in their school uniforms and the little cowboys walking in with his, See, I know. I know that one.
You know it. You know it by heart.
My next one would be Talladega Nights.
Oh, yeah. It's a classic.
Yes, because Will Ferrell is just... And what's the other guy's name, did you say?
John C. Reilly. John C. Reilly. Okay. Middle initial C. So he's not just John Reilly. He's John C. Reilly.
John C. Reilly.
Not John C. That'd be like Fonzie.
Well, that's why I was like...
Yeah, that'd be weird.
That name doesn't fit him.
Let's call him John.
Okay.
Call him John.
John.
Yeah,
John.
John's in that movie. Yeah. He's really, really funny.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great... What's your favorite scene from Talladega Nights?
So whenever I was thinking about it, and you had mentioned about the cougar, talking about it. So I was watching the trailer and of course, Will Ferrell gets in the car and he's like, where have you been keeping this thing? And the dad's like, in the bathroom for like 3 days or 2 days or something like that. So anyways, that's the funniest part to me.
That's a really good part. I like when they're, the family's asking grace before the meal, like KFC, Taco Bell, and Pizza Hut. And he thanks all the.
This is my kind of cooking.
He thanks all the sponsors and stuff during the prayer.
It works.
Cool. It's great.
Yep. And then they have the big old picture set up on the wall of him, Will Ferrell, whatever his name is, and I guess it's Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby.
Yeah.
The Ballad of Ricky Bobby.
Duh.
That's a great movie. If you haven't seen that one, you give it the program. You have to watch that movie. It's just comedy gold.
Yeah. I can't even count how many times I've seen it on Yeah, it's quite a bit. My next one, Gone in 60 Seconds.
Nick Cage.
Mm-hmm.
Angelina Jolie.
Yes.
Jolie. Yeah. I was Frenching it up a little bit. Oh, that's a good movie,
John
though.
C.
I watched that movie a bunch when I was a
Yes.
kid. And I rewatched it recently, and man, it's still fantastic. And Robert Duvall in anything is awesome. But yeah, Robert Duvall in that movie was just the cool operator. He's a cool dude.
When I just think of the fast cars, and obviously the Mustang. Was it Eleanor that was kind of like the main? Yeah, like we got to get through this, these list of cars, and then number one is Eleanor. Is this one on the bottom?
Yeah.
And then my last one, because I cannot leave it out, no matter if you're, I said earlier, 3 or 63, but apparently Alan has not seen any of it yet.
Yeah.
I don't either, but Cars. I mean, hello.
Yeah.
Cars.
I've seen it 100 times. I still love it. Every time we watch it, I'm still not over it. It's great.
And
every character and it's great. What's your favorite character?
It's Tow Mater.
Tow Mater.
Yes, because it fits with Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah.
To the T, like the dilapidated tow truck and just kind of.
Well, hi, y'all. Yeah. I can't even do his. I can't do any voice. Apparently, we talked about this earlier. None of them actually sound like the voice I'm doing. In my head,
I thought it sounded great. But those are mine.
Those are good. Those are all really good. Really good. And we kind of overlap on one of them quite a bit. So if I were to start mine out, Fast and Furious is on my list.
Yeah.
The first movie. But that's a really hard. The Tokyo Drift is right up there. It's better than Too Fast, Too Furious, but Tokyo Drift, that one really hit for me. Yeah. That was good. I've always been into tuner cars. Tuner cars. But yeah,
the loud
so imports,
whatever. Yeah,
imports and stuff. I mean, I love the RX-7. The first movie.
Is that one the orange and no? That was the Eclipse.
Yeah. The RX-7 is Dom's car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Which one is it where Dom brings out his dad's Charger?
That's the first one.
Is that the first one?
Yeah, that's the first one. He does the big wheel stand at the beginning of the race against the Supra.
Okay.
Straight up, man, keep that nose down. That's a big wheel stand for the streets. They jump over railroad tracks.
Yes.
Whoa, it's crazy. Yep. So not super realistic, but really, really cool movie. And I like it really sets the table for why there are 9 or more of those movies now, is because, I mean, it's just cool. It's a cool look into the culture. They called up like all the cars in that first movie. Those were like local car clubs and stuff. They called them like, hey, bring your cars. We're doing like that big race at the beginning where they all run from the cops.
Yeah.
Those are like real people's real cars and stuff. Yeah. They just like, we're going to make a movie about tuner cars. You guys want to come? Yes.
Yeah.
Underglows everywhere. And there's just a lot of
so
cool
that's really like it is kind of a car, like whenever they raced, like.
No. Like,
I mean, all the people around, the hoods up, just kind of.
It's a little bit more low key because it's illegal. So they don't like have their radios blasting and lights on and stuff like that and everything. Now
they have they have someone to look out, don't they, with the scanner, like the one.
Nowadays it's not a mystery because they have shows like Street Outlaws and stuff like that. So think of that smaller scale maybe than that. That's what goes on with, street racing. Go to an industrial park and, line them up, go get it. Put a bunch of prep on the track or on the road. Yeah. And they get after it. Nowadays, it's really, they got it kind of fine tuned. But
so when you and I race, are we going to like have, what's that called? Do you put bleach on the street or whatever?
No, that would be for burnouts.
Oh.
But I don't think we need any prep for what we would be racing. So we just need to get in the car and get a camera in there that won't like fall off. So once we get that, we're
not going to have Alan run.
Like have him run beside us while we're racing. He doesn't like that. He doesn't like that idea. It's not a good idea, Kristina. Okay, I got to go on with my list.
Sorry.
So here's a couple more recent movies that I thought were some of the best racing movies that I've ever seen. And I think that the Academy agrees because these are probably a couple of the highest touted race related films made, in quite a while. So one of them is Rush, and that's the story of what Niki Lauda and James Hunt. It's the 1976 Formula One championship that it covers, and it's just a huge rivalry and really, really good story. And I don't know, it's a Ron Howard movie, and I like all Ron Howard movies. You know, he was from Happy Days and stuff. You know, Ron Howard, the redhead from Happy Days.
Nope.
Andy Griffith Show, Opie.
Oh,
Opie. That's Ron Howard. Yeah,
okay.
He directs movies now.
Really?
Yeah, he's real good at it. I like his movies. They're super cool. But Rush is one to put. It was a 2013 film. There. So pretty recent, but really good racing scenes and stuff. I thought it was really well done. And I've watched it a few more times and still the same. Movie. Still a really good movie. Yeah. I've seen it. Whenever I was kind of looking up movies just to kind of refresh, I remember it's on every single thing. I know a reason you might like it a lot. Yeah. Because one of the actors in it is that Chris Hemsworth guy. Oh, that's all you had to say. Loves that. Everybody loves that dude. So I'll be watching that. Yeah, I'm sure you will. Yeah. Can I get that on Hulu or I just guess I'll just watch it on YouTube. Yeah, you could probably watch it on YouTube. Okay. But yeah, so cool. Super cool movie there. Another one that's more of a recent movie because it's actually from 2019, but Ford versus Ferrari. See, I haven't seen that one either. If you haven't, you have to watch this movie. It's a super good movie, whether you like cars or not. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's got Matt Damon in it. I mean, Christian Bale. It's Batman. Batman's in the movie. So it's super duper good. Okay. Everything about it, just from the acting, the way it's put together. But it's the story of like Carroll Shelby and Ken Miles, who made the GT40 Ford race car to race in the 24 Hours of Le Mans so that they could beat Ferrari because Ferrari really, upset Ford. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a long story, but it lays it all out there, and it's a huge piece of racing history. And it's one of the big reasons Ford is so big in international racing. I mean, it's huge. Okay. So Ford versus Ferrari. Really good movie. I guess my last one, since we already talked about my Fast and the Furious. Mm-hmm. Days of Thunder. Of course. Yeah, Days of Thunder. We got the poster. Legitimately love the movie. Love all the characters. Love the music. It's original score. Mm-hmm. Do it. Hans Zimmer. I'm not going to do it. Okay. I might do it. But okay, there's a lot of really good scenes in this movie. One of my favorite scenes is when Cole Trickle and Rowdy are, after they got in the wreck at the 500, they're racing, they're driving to the hospital to a meeting from the hospital. And they're in these rental cars. One of them's a Taurus and one of them's a Lumina. And they just like total demolition derby the whole way to the meeting, like just beat the crap out of the cars. And they get there and they're smoking and everything like that. Throw the keys to the valet guy. And yeah, that was one of the coolest scenes. And Cole Trickle is Tom Cruise, right? That is Tom Cruise. Okay. And a lot of people compare this movie to Top Gun. They're very, very different. There's a big thing that sets Days of Thunder apart, and that's Robert Duvall. He makes every movie he's in great. Mm-hmm. And yeah. I do agree. Yeah. Probably one of my favorite parts is when, Cole Trickle, he's out there, he's learning to drive this stock car, and he's used to driving, like sprint cars, open wheels, in the movie. It's still Tom Cruise, but so he's just banging up the car, he's hitting everything out there, and they're at like a pit stop, and Robert Duvall tells him, he's like, I want you to go out there and hit the pace car. And then Tom Cruise is like, hit the pace car. And he's like, hit the pace car. You've hit everything else on the track. I want you to be perfect. I know it doesn't sound like Robert Duvall. They told me. I thought I sounded like Robert Duvall. No, I thought it sounded great. It was Alan, Alan, Can't wait to hear what it sounds like. But yeah, that's one of my favorite parts of the movie. And Robert Duvall is one of the best things in it. So if you haven't seen any of these movies, we recommend you watch them because they're good car related content. Yep. And they're just really fun. All of them are really fun movies to watch. So give them a shot. Let us know what you think, I have on my list to watch Rush. Yeah, you got to watch. Well, Chris. Yeah. That's the first one. Yeah. Sure. Then I'll watch Ford versus Ferrari. Yeah. Oh, hey, one that I didn't have on my list, you didn't have on your list, but we had mentioned earlier, Transformers. Oh, yeah. Duh. Yeah. That was a huge thing for Chevrolet, too. Yeah. Because they basically launched the redesign, Every yellow Camaro, I think of Bumblebee. Yeah, every yellow Camaro. And I think that's why they have yellow Camaros, is because they thought of Bumblebee too. So yeah, that was a huge thing for Chevrolet and for the Camaro. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good one. And I know Alan has a few that he's going to go over as well that are top-notch films that he's told us about that we don't know a ton about.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you know, we all have our lists,
yeah,
and that's what makes them,
and,
you know,
there's more cool car movies than you think when you really get down to it. We talked about what Dazed and Confused has a bunch of really cool car stuff in it, right?
So
and I know you love that movie
my
too.
favorite car in the world is a Chevelle.
Yeah.
SS, favorite. And I want Dazed and Confused was on my list.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's not a car movie. I'm like,
it's got the cars are in it. They're a big part
scene,
of it. Yeah.
It's just the best.
Yeah.
But anyways, yes, there's so many, like if you look up just car movies, there's so many that they're not necessarily about cars. They just have cool cars in them.
I'd like to have a car that's in a movie sometime, you know, like they see my old truck and they're like, we want this to be the bad guy's truck in our movie. And I'd be like, oh, that's cool.
Well, maybe if they shoot a movie around here and they need...
Yeah, right. They're going to shoot a Hollywood production here in Sedalia. They could, I don't know, on site. They could be looking
Ozarks for the show, you know. I mean, it's not a movie, but a show.
I think they shot that in like Kentucky or something, didn't they?
Yeah, well,
not Missouri.
Parts of it were in the Ozarks.
Really?
Yes, not as many.
Yeah.
What?
I know. Oh, sorry, I haven't. I watched like a little bit of the first. Did all these car related stuff to watch. You know, I watch Top Gear when I have time.
See, I still haven't watched that.
Oh, we can't get into Top Gear. That's our TV episode thing. So I have a lot to say about Top Gear. So,
okay, we'll see. Anyways.
Anyhow. So
now our wheels are turning.
Yeah, the wheels are turning, thinking about the next one we're going to do. But this is it for our movie picks for things that if you haven't seen, you got to watch. We'll list them out in the description as well so that you know. Send you to the IMDb links for them so you can see what we're talking about. Figure out where to stream them on your favorite streaming service.
Look at Alan. He's thinking, thanks, Dustin.
Yeah. He's got to do links now. So I'll send you the links. How about that?
So anyways, if you found this, I mean, it was kind of informative.
It's kind of informative. Yeah. There might have been a couple of things you didn't know about that were in there.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean, and next time you watch Days of Thunder and you have that scene, you're going to think of Dustin's voice instead of, instead of Robert Duvall's.
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah. Thanks.
But definitely entertaining. I thought this was, fun.
Yeah,
so,
and we hope you had fun because we had fun making this and doing it. So
absolutely. So, subscribe, share with your friends, and cruise on. We will cruise on by and pick you up next week.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
This has been a W-K Burnouts